Hello, this is Heisenberg.
And this is GForever.
And we're about to watch Godzilla Monster Planet on Netflix.
Yeah, it just came out today, and we're excited to see it.
So yeah, after we watch it, we're going to review it. So yeah, first without spoilers, and then we'll review it with spoilers.
All right, and hopefully you can watch it soon.
Yeah, so like I said, it's on Netflix, and they do have a 1 month free trial. So that's what I signed up for. I got it for free for 1 month, as normally I don't have Netflix.
Okay, yeah, it's a good way to check out the movie, and I guess we'll see how it goes.
All right.
All right, we just finished watching the movie.
Oh yeah,
What do you
Godzilla,
think?
Godzilla Monster Planet, or Godzilla Planet of the Monsters. I keep hearing it called both. I'm not sure which is more official.
Yeah, I think Netflix has it as Planet of the Monsters, but Monster Planet is how, at least which was the original translation before Netflix took over.
Yep. Alrighty, yeah. First animated Godzilla. So yeah,
First Japanese anime Godzilla.
First Japanese anime. Yes.
We did have the was it Hanna Brother, and also the 1998 sequel.
Yes.
From
had
Godzilla
a
the
cartoon.
series.
Yeah.
So this would be the first Japanese anime Godzilla.
Alrighty. Alrighty, yeah, so let's talk about without spoilers first, and then we'll warn you when we're going to switch to the spoilers. Yeah. So how would you compare? Well, how would you compare it to the live action films there?
I think I need a second watch to be able to give it a good rate, because I think it was I think just the live action film, it could be just I'm really used to seeing live action films, so seeing an animated version and being in the future with there's a lot of I think there's a lot going on. You have time differences, and I don't want to. There's could be some spoilers if go into details, but
it is part of a trilogy. Mm-hmm. So it's sort of, I think we'll be able to judge it better, once we see the whole trilogy. Mm. So, I mean, it's sort of, I think, generally, I think I like the live action films better.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's sort of a 90-minute film.
Yeah.
So it's sort of, it is kind of it does feel very much like the first of three.
Yeah.
It's still just kind of like a lot of build up. Mm. A lot of setup, a lot of explaining.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's kind of heavy. So yeah, it's kind of... Actually, I did read one reviewer who sort of said it's you might just want to wait till the whole trilogy is out.
Oh, yeah.
And then I can sort of see that now, where you're sort of there's not... I think we don't get a lot of... because we don't get a lot of Godzilla in the movie.
Not too much action. I mean, there are some scenes it gets quite intense, but I think, again, there's a lot of dialogue similar to Shin Godzilla. There's a lot of build-up, kind of giving you kind of the history of what happened to the planet. Yeah.
This is a lot of information on the humans, and a lot of sort of setup
And other characters.
without a lot of payoff. I think so far, and a lot of technobabble. Mm-hmm. A lot of they're very excited about their technology and how they're going to use it. And they explained it more than once and in great detail, and I still wasn't quite sure what they were talking about. But yeah, so there's a lot of interest in the technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The animation itself is a mix of some 3D and then 2D anime. So it works, but there are sometimes the 3D I think maybe just sticks out too much. How did you feel about the animation?
I like some of the animation, but it didn't get me. I was never extremely excited. Actually, once there's some forest scenes that I think I like those the best. I thought the forest looked pretty cool. But compared to I think my favorite anime is still Miyazaki. I think it's not in the same league as Miyazaki. So it's sort of, it was okay, but I wouldn't watch the movie just to see the animation. Yeah. So yeah.
And I guess talking about the music,
Yeah,
what do you think about the music?
Yeah, it changed a lot. It changed in different scenes, and so I thought it was. I thought the music was pretty good, but once again, it's like I don't think it's sort of. I thought it was pretty good in sort of like enhancing the drama, like trying to enhance whatever the moment was. But no, it's not fun. I think it's not fun to listen to on its own. I think it worked. I think it sometimes worked well to sort of like set the mood, set the mood of a scene. But it's again, it's like compared to like the Toho's best soundtracks and like Miyazaki's the soundtracks of Miyazaki's movies. It's not not in that league.
Yeah, there were, because the fun fact is actually the composer is the guy who did Godzilla versus Space Godzilla and also Godzilla 2000. And unfortunately, personally, I felt the scores from those films were kind of slow. I think this time around you do hear some cues from Godzilla. It sounds similar to Godzilla 2000, but I think he did a better job. But again, I think there was a lot of changing. So, like you said, if listening on its own might not flow as well.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, I think. Oh, and another thing that's just kind of, I like to watch things on Blu-ray, and so watching it, watching it streaming on Netflix, the video quality is not as high as a Blu-ray. So I think I might like the way it looked a little better once I can finally see it on Blu-ray, where it's like a crisper picture.
Yeah.
So I hope we get that opportunity before too long.
Yeah, hopefully. We don't know the plans.
Oh yeah, and it was just, at least when it seemed like and it was just in stereo too. The sound was stereo. Again, we tried fiddling. It came out. We had it plugged into a surround sound system, but it came out as stereo. So I haven't heard any official word.
Okay.
If it was supposed to be like surround or not.
Yeah, we actually tried different tracks, the Japanese track and the English dub track.
Yeah, both the English sound and the Japanese sound were both stereo. Yeah. So yeah, once again, I'd hope that like with the Blu-ray, maybe the sound would be better too.
Yeah. And I guess once I get home, I might give it another watch, or maybe just double check to see if that's the case. If I don't know if it maybe is my laptop, might not support it. So
yeah. So well, I mean, we'll switch to spoilers in a minute, but it's like just non-spoilers sum up. It seems like it's like it's sort of like it's an introduction to a trilogy.
Yep.
And I'm certainly going to plan to watch the whole trilogy. Yeah. Like, so far, I like the live animation movies better.
Live action.
Yeah, the live action. Yeah, I like the live action movies better.
Yep. I agree. Like, I think so far the live action movies seem a little more enjoyable. This is a new take on Godzilla. And another drastic change in the design and everything. So. And then just seeing him, in this form is also different. So it might take some adjusting.
Yeah. Okay, ready to switch to the spoilers?
All right.
Okay, let's warn people.
All right, so spoiler alert. Probably either skip to the end or maybe just stop watching after this.
Yeah. I'd stop watching now if you don't want to see spoilers. Okay.
All right, so spoilers.
I
think that's all I have at the moment.
Oh, well, details. It's like, well, the fact that, it's like, well, we do get glimpses of other monsters, but it's really, often it's just like one little picture.
Yeah, it's almost like a still picture, and then kind of almost moves.
Yeah, pans across. Like pans across a photo.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like, you get these like single photos of other creatures.
Yeah.
That go by really fast. Including Mecha Godzilla.
Yes.
So he did not look like Mecha
Godzilla at all.
Yeah,
he didn't really have that face.
It just looked like a machine.
Just a machine, complete machine. It didn't look. The face did not resemble Godzilla or a dragon or anything. So we'll be curious to see a better shot of the whole design once it's available.
Yeah.
It looked almost like one of the spaceships. Like the head is one of those robotic spaceships in the film.
Yeah.
And Yeah, and all the kaiju that were invading the Earth, you just saw them all, really briefly in like the first few scenes, the first early scenes, and you don't see them again.
Yeah, but there are monsters besides Godzilla. There's what's it called?
Servum. Yeah, so
a lot of Servum.
A lot of Servum. I didn't particularly like the the animation for Serum. I feel like they did Servum in 3D, whereas the humans are in 2D, and somehow like it just didn't look right.
I actually liked Servum better than I expected.
Yeah, I like how they attack. Like it's almost like Velociraptors and
because they attack. So there's like a fight sequences with them. So they looked better than I expected. It's like I thought they were moving their heads around more, and they had like these nice spikes on their tails.
Yeah.
So those I liked more than I thought. They looked more menacing than the toy. Like compared to the toy, I think they looked better than the toy. They looked more menacing and a little cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it. I mean, I like the design, like how they look, but when you have like the 2D and the 3D animation combining, it just, to me, it didn't look right. Like I guess just like the Servums just look like they're popping out of the screen. Too much. And but I did like how they attacked and their movements. They almost look like the Biolantes, like the tentacles, like the head and the long necks look like flying like Biolante tentacles. And then the body is, I guess, more like a bat dragon, and then with a tail.
Now with Godzilla himself, there's two of them.
Yeah, there's two Godzillas. So
I guess there's a 50-foot one and a 300-foot one.
A meter.
50 meters. Excuse me.
Yeah, 50 meter and a 300 meter one.
Yeah, where the 300 meters just at the end.
Yeah.
But even with the 51, it's like we don't see much of him.
Yeah.
He barely moves.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that bothered me about Shin Godzilla, was that he just kind of stood there for a lot of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, this is more of the same, where he's just kind of like standing there, barely moving at all.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Like I feel the last two Godzilla films, Godzilla didn't really move much. I think the most action you got from him was turning around. He swung his tail. The big one swung his tail.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's just moving his head, turning around, just spitting his fire breath.
And then he's quite the accurate shot though. That's impressed me. He really knows how to aim well.
Oh yeah.
So they showed him like having a really good aim.
Yep. He always hits at least one target.
Yeah.
Hits something.
Yeah. He's just kind of standing there aiming and shooting. And then we only hear like the traditional roar, I think, once. We hear him roar several times. But like there's one. Well,
one long roar.
There's one long roar. Yeah. There's only one long roar.
Yeah.
And
we only heard that once. He was pretty quiet again, just like Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla didn't roar much until he was about to let loose his like that laser beam.
Right. But once again, so it's a lot of the humans. It's like the humans figuring out their master plan of how to
take back the planet.
Yeah, how to defeat Godzilla. And again, it's very technical, very involved, and so we see a lot of the humans. I thought that was okay, but not. But again, it's like I thought that was okay, but again, it's like I was hoping for more. I was hoping the action would be a little more exciting, and that Godzilla would have a little more to do.
And there's actually aliens in this movie, so. Two alien races. I think it's kind of a nod to the X-aliens and also the aliens from the third planet from the black hole. I believe they have different names, Exif, and I forget the third planet one. But it looks like it was just a nod to those aliens, and the ones that were from the third planet, which. The black hole destroyed. I guess they were the ones building Mecha Godzilla. So
yeah.
Other than that, they didn't look like any of the aliens from the traditional films, but they actually look more like humans. I don't think they have any other distinctive features.
Yeah, I would have liked a few more nods to the to the earlier movies. But But yeah, at the same time, it's kind of, well, I mean, it is kind of nice that people, we give it to a new creator and he does something new.
Yeah, definitely very new.
Yeah. But hopefully they'll give it to a creator at some point where they actually have Godzilla move around. But we'll see.
Yeah, so it looks like Godzilla has a few new powers. He has some kind of electromagnetic shield. And the big one has this tail swipe laser or something. When he swipes his tail, he shot out like a blue beam and kind of made some explosions.
Yeah, I wasn't sure quite how he managed the explosions.
And then I think the small one had the traditional like atomic breath, but the big one had some electromagnetic breath. It's almost like just a giant roar or kind of a sound wave. Probably have to rewatch it to get the official name of some sort of wave beam.
Yeah. Alrighty, but we'll. But like I said, so sort of wait for the next movie.
Yeah, and he had that healing organ. Oh no, the organ that makes the shield, which
they kept looking for.
Trying to look for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was another disappointment is that they had like this very complicated plan. And they kept explaining it, like trying to make sure that I understood it, and I still didn't quite understand it. But then when they execute the plan, it goes by so fast. I wasn't quite sure I didn't quite understand how what they were doing was part of the plan. Maybe when I watch it again, I'll like understand it a little better.
Yeah. The gist of it, I think, is they know Godzilla has some sort of shield, and they need to find some sort of organ that produces that shield. So I think in order to get Godzilla to shoot out his fire, that's when he generates the shield, I believe.
Yeah.
They keep provoking him to make him generate that shield. So once he generates it, I guess they capture it on film and they find out, somehow they do some scans and they find out it's actually his dorsal fin, which, as a Godzilla fan, we probably all knew that's how he generates his powers. So you just have to take out his dorsal fin and then I guess put in some probes that, similar to GMK, they drill into his body and I guess this time they have a, what do you call it, EMT to disable the blast, and somehow when he shoots his fire again, he exploded just like GMK.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yep. So I think that's how I understood it.
Yeah, and all this activity apparently woke up the original Godzilla.
Yes, yeah, I think, I'm guessing that may have been a Minya in this film, or Godzilla Jr., and probably pissed off the father, which I guess he was sleeping all along.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Yeah, and the time lapse, I think 20 years for the humans and 20,000 years on Earth?
Yeah.
So the cities, the ecosystem has changed. I guess all the city ruins have been fossilized and became part of the planet, all covered with plant life, which has some mixture of Godzilla cells.
Yeah, that was okay, but again, after seeing Miyazaki do it so much better. It's not anything that's like classic.
Yeah. So it's definitely an interesting take. Curious to see what the next one is and what Mecha Godzilla will look like.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to see more monsters and hopefully maybe some of the classic monsters with maybe new looks. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh yeah, and with Mecha Godzilla, maybe they'll get to fight. And I wonder if it'll turn out They made Mecha Godzilla. I wonder if they made Mecha Godzilla 50 meters.
Yeah,
50 meters. I'll have to give them stilts or something if it's gonna be.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. 50 meters versus 300 meters. It's almost a no challenge.
So maybe they'll start over. Start over and build a bigger one.
Yeah, we'll see. And then, I think actually we forgot to name the monsters that were shown. I think it's been on the internet, but Kamacuras, the Gara, the Gora, the Hydra, what else was there? Orga. I think those were the ones that they showed.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, that's about for now. But meanwhile, we've got all these toys. So yeah, we'll keep reviewing. Here's some of GForever's Monster Planet figures here, and then we'll hope to review those soon.
Yep. So yeah, stay tuned. We have more Godzilla Monster Planet coverage to come.
Alrighty. Okay. So this is Heisenberg
and GForever. Hoping you enjoy Godzilla Planet of the Monsters on Netflix.
Oh yeah, and Godzilla Monster Planet.